Hello and welcome to the May 9th episode of This Week in Kirkland, the official podcast of the City of Kirkland, bringing you timely topics and noteworthy news delivered to you every week. I'm your host, Jim Lopez, one of two deputy city managers here at the city, joined today by one member of our podcast team.
Yeah.
A very special member.
Oh, thanks, Jim. David Wolbrecht.
David, welcome. And welcome to our special guest, Kurt Aldworth.
Hello. Thanks for having me on the podcast.
Well, thank you for being here. Mm-hmm. You're here to talk about Building Safety Month.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
Which we're very intrigued to know more.
Mm-hmm.
But before we do, Kurt, we're going to talk a little bit about topics coming up this week.
Yeah, a few announcements, including our next CPR class, a big shout out to our corrections officers and municipal clerks, and some fun upcoming events.
Yeah, and this week we have some tips on avoiding bike theft.
Mm-hmm.
Transit made easy with a really cool video by our youth transit ambassadors.
Super cool.
That's going to be, you got to check that out. Mm-hmm. And how to enjoy our waterfront parks safely.
That's right.
We love our parks.
Mm-hmm.
And a reminder that we always have links and more information in our amazing show notes for all of our items. So check that out.
Mm-hmm.
But first, our big story of the week. Come one, come all to the grand opening of our brand new Fire Station 27, David, up by Evergreen Hospital.
Yeah, so are you looking for a memorable and family-friendly outing this weekend?
We're here for you.
Yeah, we are. How about with fire trucks, everyone's favorite? You should come on down with the family and tour the brand new Fire Station 27 this Saturday, May 11th from 10 to noon.
Yeah, you get to meet the fire chief.
Oh, just that's amazing in and of itself.
Yeah, he's so great.
He's a legend.
Explore the fire trucks, as you talked about.
Nick.
Mm-hmm. You get an inside look at Kirkland's shiniest new station.
Absolutely.
Pretty impressive looking.
It's a really impressive station.
And, you know, this station will keep our community and our firefighters safe for years to come.
Absolutely. Big investment made possible through Prop 1 back in 2020. So come on out.
Check it out. Yeah, it's really great. Mm-hmm. So with warmer weather comes more fun at our waterfront parks and beaches.
Absolutely.
Here's a couple of tips to make sure your time is safe for all.
Mm-hmm. So although it's warm out, and it is supposed to get pretty warm this weekend, Jim.
Which is kind of awesome.
It is kind of awesome, yeah. Well, Lake Washington, though, is still very cold. So some safety tips from our fire department include, don't swim alone. So that cold water can actually cause some muscle cramping. It can really sneak up on you. Know your limitations, like don't swim too deep out in there.
Yeah.
And also, and this one's, it's a helpful one. So it's really difficult for folks wearing life jackets to drown.
Yeah.
And so you can always play it safe, wear a life jacket. It's just a go-to.
Yes. Also, King Carney will start monitoring Kirkland's beaches for safe bacteria soon.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Now, if there's too much bacteria, there will be a sign that says, stay out of the water.
Yes. Yep.
However, the surrounding parks will remain open for all to enjoy.
Yeah, and you'll hear more about the beach monitoring program as the summer unfolds.
Yeah, we usually have a lot of communications about
yeah,
that.
exactly. Open, close, open, close. We'll
keep you posted.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll keep you posted. Mm-hmm. So question.
Yes?
Would you know what to do if someone needed CPR?
Besides calling the Kirkland Fire Department?
Yeah, that's what I
know.
Well, the question is, do you want to learn how to?
I probably should, yeah. So you could join me if I was going to sign up at our next Kirkland Fire Department CPR class. And the next one that we're offering is coming up on May 22nd.
And these are like really popular.
Yeah, they've been full house.
Full house.
Yeah, the whole time we've been doing them. All the classes are free, exactly. Yeah. But you can get certified if you want, because for certain folks, they need a certification. So, but there's a little nominal fee for that.
Yeah, but that's, well worth it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Save a life.
So this week we send out our gratitude and appreciation for two behind-the-scenes public service professionals. Mm-hmm. It's National Correctional Officers Week. Mm-hmm. And these dedicated officers are a vital part of the criminal justice system. Thank you for all you do to tend to and rehabilitate those serving their time.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. And it is also Municipal Clerks Week. And we are very grateful for these, dare I say, very detail-oriented staff members, and we're grateful for those details. So they keep our public meetings running smoothly and help us comply with all public records requirements. So thank you to our city clerk's
wonderful
office.
work. Keep the engine rolling.
Please.
Yeah. So speaking of public meetings, the Kirkland City Council met on Tuesday, May 7th. Here's what they covered. On the business agenda, Council approved various miscellaneous zoning and municipal code amendments, mostly just some, I guess what we affectionately call some spring cleaning.
Yeah, so they do
to
this
the
every year. It's just
regulations.
kind of cleaning up the code a little bit. Council also directed staff to tell King County Metro the city's preferred routing for the upcoming Rapid Ride K-Line.
And that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
K-Line is going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be another backbone bus service throughout pretty much the entirety of Kirkland. Council also recognized the graduates of the 33rd Community Emergency Response Training class, which is always a great one. I think we mentioned the helmets.
Yeah, the helmets are like, need to get a helmet.
Well, you can do the
I'm going to have to do the search training.
Yeah, and then you get one.
It's worth it.
And a vest.
It's totally worth it.
Absolutely.
So prior to the business agenda, the council study session included draft resolution 5631. This is declaring the city's commitment to addressing homelessness. So there's been a lot of discussions, really good, important discussions about this draft resolution. And they also talked about council operations.
Yeah, and so some stuff related to their meetings and public comment and things like that. So council meetings are, of course, streamed live on the city's YouTube channel, Facebook page, and website.
So don't forget to tune in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great stuff. So speaking of transit, some youth transit ambassadors are helping promote transit ridership to middle school and high school students in Kirkland. Tell us about that, David.
Yeah, so two of the sustainability ambassadors made a video to show how easy it is to travel from Redmond to the University of Washington via
that's
transit.
so cool.
Yeah.
And that's like a video log?
Yeah. They just kind of walk everyone through it. They even have a handy transit navigation tutorial. So if the whole system seems a little overwhelming or something, they break it down for you really easily, and including how to schedule arrival times, because that's important.
So they have the tutorial, and then they actually have the narrative of them doing it.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. So yeah, check it out.
Good for them. Good for them. Okay, so it's no fun having a bike stolen. I have had a bike stolen.
Oh, was it fun?
It was not fun.
No fun.
I'm here to tell you.
Yeah.
Kurt, not fun.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so.
But
Yeah.
fortunately, the Kirkland Police Department has some quick tips for you to avoid just that. And let's start by, don't leave your bike unattended, even in your own yard.
Yeah, where it might feel safe for you, it might be a great opportunity for someone.
Yeah.
Crime of opportunity. Unfortunately, yeah. And that segues into always, lock up your bicycle.
Yeah.
Use a case-hardened U-lock or hardened steel chain or padlock, and attach your bike securely to a sturdy fixed object.
Yeah, and I, for the record, my bike was locked.
So,
Wasn't a U-lock.
yeah, well, we do our best.
We do our best.
There's a lot of fancy tools out there.
Yeah, and they're probably getting much better because mine was years ago.
Yeah.
And you know what?
What's that, Jim?
We have an amazing bike valet program.
Oh, that's
which
right.
we're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so if folks are coming down, visiting
Saturdays,
downtown, yeah.
during the scramble period in the
Yeah.
downtown, and we have a whole schedule we're publishing, and they're amazing. Our bike valets,
Yeah.
and you just drive your bike down, you leave it with the bike valet, and boom.
Yeah, just go
We
walk,
got you
stroll,
covered.
shop, dine, yeah, and then come back. Do they give out little tickets?
Yeah, they do. It's all part of our VIP treatment for people riding their bikes.
That's right.
Yeah. So whether you're on a bike or not, a busy weekend awaits. Apart from some Mother's Day weekend plans, we're also hosting our spring recycling event.
Yeah, get rid of those hard to recycle items.
Yep.
And next week, we are hosting our Community Appreciation Night, an event not to be
Not
missed.
to be missed. No.
Please come help us celebrate volunteerism in Kirkland the evening of Wednesday, May 15th. And
There may be some singing and dancing.
there may be some singing and dancing. There may be some
Awards.
VIP guests. There may be
VIP
some
guests.
awards. There may be
There might be a little bit of an
announcement about
the podcast.
related to the podcast. Oh,
Something really fun.
can we say more now?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we got to hold.
Okay.
We got to be in a holding pattern
Well,
till May 15th.
all right. Well, come on out and hear what we are alluding to.
Too, and experience the amazing
glitz, glamour, and grandeur
of our volunteer and community
gratitude event.
Yeah, it's a big night.
Absolutely.
Okay, that brings us to our 5 over 5 questions in what is sure to be over 5 minutes with our special guest, Kurt Aldworth. Welcome, Kurt.
Hey, thanks again for having me.
Well, we're really kind of excited to have you.
Yeah,
Yes.
great to be here.
Now, you are what we affectionately call our building official.
Which sounds very official, Kurt, I must say.
So tell us a little bit about what a BO does.
Well, actually, it's not as big as it seems.
Okay.
I
don't know. I think you're being modest.
I oversee the building division, which is
Okay.
part
Well,
of the
that's a big
planning and building.
Yeah.
I just oversee all the building in the city. No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. The built environment, which we spend the
it's
majority of
just
our
the
lives
built
in.
environment,
Yeah,
that's
well,
all.
it's fine.
Well, yeah, I just make the ultimate determinations, right? So we have a lot of folks that work in the building division that take care of a lot of stuff. So
Now,
from the
you talking
permit-
about residential and commercial.
correct? Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And everything in between. There are, the commercial codes. There's the residential codes.
Okay.
But you have to know them all.
But there's there's the trades, which is the
gosh.
plumbing, the mechanical,
You have to
the
know
electrical.
that too, obviously. You have to be an
well,
expert in that too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you just have to have gotten around a while.
Yeah.
Fortunately for me, I was an inspector in my previous life and a
that's
plans examiner, and
Were you a
eventually
plans
led to this
examiner?
position. Yeah.
So you did a lot of the related services.
The
associated with it.
review
Yeah.
of the plans for the permits that come in.
Because we're growing as a city. right?
Absolutely.
We're building
Have been for quite a while.
for a while.
Yeah.
People want to live in the city on the hill.
Yeah. It's a beautiful city.
Beautiful city. We're going to talk about that. In fact, why don't we jump right into that? Because we're going to ask questions about Building Safety Month, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But before we get into Building Safety Month, what brought Kurt Aldworth to the city of Kirkland?
Well, I think first of all, Kirkland has a great reputation.
Oh, wow.
Well, thank you for that.
In the building department
Yeah,
World. Really?
world. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's
Our
fascinating.
teams historically have been top notch.
Yeah.
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 Interesting.
Yeah. And on top of that, I think there's just a great broad range of construction types. So like we talked about a little earlier.
Oh,
we got a little
diversity in our
diversity within
infrastructure.
our infrastructure.
Yeah.
We got commercial, we have industrial, we have all types of businesses, we have high rise.
And like are the like I'm thinking like LW Tech, like is that institutional?
Interesting.
That's institutional.
Institutional. Okay.
Same with hospitals.
Oh, right. Every
Yeah,
hospital. Yeah.
yeah.
But that's really cool, Kurt. So you were kind of intellectually drawn to the challenge of diversity in the built environment.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Shows, it's an indication that you're not only really good at what you do, but you
I'm gonna stretch
probably really enjoy it.
stretch myself a little.
Stretch yourself.
Yeah, I love it.
Broaden
And-
my horizons.
And it's kind of cool that Kirkland offers that opportunity.
Absolutely.
So, given the fact that it sounds like it was a plum position, and that it
a
met
good
your
one. Yeah, yeah, right.
intellectual, challenge, interest,
building and
Yeah.
reaching to this. I'm just stretching the metaphor.
So,
here.
yeah, that's what we do. We're very metaphorical. So, boom, it was kind of like no brainer. Come to
That's great.
Kirkland, right?
Absolutely.
Well, we're really
Yeah.
grateful you made
Yeah.
that decision. So,
Well, I'm glad you chose me.
yeah, well, we're going to get into that in a little bit because I feel like Kurt ducks when I walk by his office because I'm always going down there, hey, how are we doing this? But he's the most amazing. Honestly, I'm not blowing smoke. You're so responsive and thoughtful. Anyway, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite thing about the city of Kirkland?
Yeah, I just love what's going on, and what I think
Happened in place.
What puts Kirkland above every other city? I think.
Pray tell.
Along Lake Washington is we have just a beautiful marina.
Oh,
Right.
right. Yeah, we do.
And it's right in the heart of town. And we'd mentioned earlier about all the waterfront parks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Our
just
waterfront
a
parks.
beautiful city. Yeah.
So, do you have a boat?
Yeah.
You have a boat? You're a captain?
Yeah. Well,
Captain
I don't know about
Aldworth.
captain.
So, is
That's
this
my
like
other
a,
job. Is that my other job?
So, are you out there fishing? You're out there like, what are you doing?
No, just a recreational boat.
Recreational
okay.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
buzzing around the lake.
Just buzzing around the lake.
But do you bring it into the marina?
We used
Have
to.
you?
I have
Yeah.
in the past. I've actually launched at the
right.
launch
Yeah.
there, and
Oh,
I've
okay.
I've docked at the marina, and we've hung out.
So pretty.
Back when the kids were at home, we were out on the boat a lot more.
Oh, that's so
Not
great,
out on the
Kurt.
boat so much anymore,
Okay.
but I still get out once in a while.
That's
with
so
the wife.
great.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for sharing.
Sure.
So you're here to talk about Building Safety Month. Tell us about Building Safety Month.
Well, Building Safety Month is an international campaign that takes place obviously during the month of May.
Okay.
And it just helps to raise awareness about building safety.
Okay. That's really important.
This helps individuals, families, and businesses understand what it takes to create safe and sustainable structures.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's a big awareness campaign, making sure people understand kind of the ins and outs.
Which is
Right.
really important because we have a lot of permits, right? We have a whole system that does its best to ensure safety and compliance, right?
That's right.
So it's good to remind folks just how important all that is.
Right. Yeah, building codes are society's best way of protecting homes, offices, schools, manufacturing facilities, stores,
Oh, geez.
and entertainment venues.
Yeah.
I
so
wouldn't really think of those. Yeah.
the code officials' work day in and day out is to help keep the public safe. Yeah.
So during Building Safety Month, we're communicating. How's that happening?
Well, several different ways. Every week is a theme.
A theme. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
And the
But
overarching theme, though?
The overarching theme for this year is Mission Possible.
Dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun. Does Tom Cruise have anything to do with this?
No, I don't think he knows
Well, we're
anything
gonna have to
about it.
leave that in.
Well, okay. We
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's a pretty busy guy.
Yeah. So, what's one thing that our listeners should take away from Building Safety Month?
Just being aware
Yeah.
of your surroundings when you're in a building.
Okay.
Knowing exits, how to
tell,
exit. And
tell
get
us
out
about
of the
the
building.
things that you think of first and foremost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if we're in a commercial building,
Yeah.
you gotta know how to get out of there in case there's an
Yeah,
emergency,
so
whether there's a
egress,
fire or an
right?
earthquake. So egress is
Yeah.
a big issue.
Lighting, space,
Yep. Ventilation.
ventilation.
Wow, those are all things that that's
That makes
critical.
perfect sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Safety first.
Safety's
Right.
always first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that change with residential?
No, not really.
No,
Yeah,
same
there's
thing.
there's requirements, rise and run of stairs, handrails,
Okay.
window openings, the
Yeah.
size of the openings,
sort of
how to
thing.
get out of the window, how a firefighter can get into the building.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
Okay.
There's probably a lot of there's obviously
Yeah.
a lot of synergy between building safety and all the work we do with our firefighters and
Absolutely,
EMTs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Well, that's great stuff. So we have one last. Thank you, Kurt. And by the way, there's going to be a lot of information we send out on social media, right? Right, David? We're going to be
already have been.
Already
yeah.
have been.
Yeah. So take a look at the city's channels and
hey, and on top of that,
Yeah.
we've actually got a couple council members that are going to go ride with our inspectors. So
Yeah.
they're gonna
Oh,
get
fun.
to
Tell
get
us
a
about
first-
that.
Well, we set it up to where we just ask for volunteers.
And our council members volunteer. That's
gotta-
so
we gotta-
our council. They're so awesome.
they love rolling up their
They
sleeves.
love rolling up
putting on
their
the hard
sleeves.
hats.
Yeah.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
So they'll
So
ride
what's
with
gonna
it.
happen? Tell us.
They're going to ride with an inspector for a day. Well, a couple hours in a day and see what it is we do.
Oh, that's great.
Wow,
How
and
important
so
it is, yeah.
going out on sites, doing
Yep.
the inspections,
Looking at the different types of inspections, foundations, framing.
all the things.
From early
Electrical.
development to like sign off.
Sure.
Commercial,
We're going to try
residential.
and cover it all for them. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's just great for them as policymakers.
Exactly.
Don't you think? Like get hands-on
Absolutely.
experience as to
Yeah.
what it's like out in the world.
Yeah, boots on the ground.
Yeah, boots on
Right.
the ground.
So cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, this has been super fun. But we have one more question for you.
Yeah. So Kurt, what are you watching? What are you reading? What are you listening to these days?
Right now, we're kind of watching an older series called This Is Us.
Oh,
So good.
Yeah. My wife and
I've
I
heard
are
wonderful
really getting
things
into
about
it.
that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's a lovely expression of storytelling and
Yeah,
like
it really
generational
is.
family drama
Yeah.
and all the ups and downs.
There is a lot of drama.
Yeah.
But it's good drama.
Yeah.
It's heartwarming.
heartfelt.
Absolutely hard.
But you got to pay attention,
How so?
Because,
Right.
well, they're showing this in current time, but then
Yeah.
they flash back and then they
I
flash
like
forward.
that.
And so
Yeah.
you're constantly having to
Timeline?
keep track
Yeah, yeah.
of
What-
like, who's that? Where did
Right,
that
right.
person come from? Oh, that's someone from the future. But then you kind of put it together
Right.
from stuff that's currently happening or what happened in the past.
Oh, that's really great.
It's really good for the mind.
Yeah,
yes,
I love that.
absolutely.
You know, creative
trying to figure it out.
writing and
For sure.
a little
I'm,
different.
I'm always asking my wife, what was that?
happened?
Who's that?
That's how they keep you engaged.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Now, Kurt, will you stick around for our pop quiz, our multiple choice trivia.
Oh yeah, sounds like fun.
All right. Well,
I'm in.
thank you.
Yep.
One of these answers is built to code, Kurt.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
That would be the good one.
Yeah,
While the others are just made of bubble gum and string, meaning probably not up to code. And that, of course, means we just made those two up.
Mm-hmm.
So one is code worthy. Two, no.
Okay.
Throw it out. Okay?
All right.
Option A, Kirkland's building code requires sprinklers to be installed in new homes that are over 5,000 gross square feet in size, including the garage.
Okay. All right.
Kurt's like, I know this.
He's like, is this
I'm
a
not gonna
rhetorical
say
I'm
question?
not going to say on that. Don't. We have a lot of listeners. We don't-
I know. They're going to learn something.
They're going to
Yeah,
learn
yeah,
something.
there we go.
Hey,
Okay.
come on. That's part of our thing. That was option A.
Yes.
Option B, rising over 2,716 feet tall, Burj Khalifa
In Dubai.
in Dubai holds the world record for number of building permits ever issued for construction of a new structure.
Well, it is a massive building.
Massive building.
So, I mean,
a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
building permits.
A lot of building permits
A lot
probably
of
went in
building
there.
permits.
Yeah.
That was option B.
Okay.
Option C, bubble gum and string were in fact permissible building materials in some parts of the country until as recently as 2014. Bubble gum,
And string.
bubble gum and string.
Kurt?
I got to go with C. No, it's A, of course. It's A, of course.
Although sprinklers are highly recommended for new homes as the single most effective way to protect your family from the effects of fire, are you with us on that? They are only required for 5,000 plus homes, 5,000 square foot plus homes, or in cases with limited access to emergency vehicles
That's correct.
or water flow.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Right?
Got it.
You're on it.
We're on it.
It's
See?
so safety first is
Safety
what we're talking
first.
about. Okay.
So you have been listening.
building-
You have been listening. to me.
Building safety month. I was kind of rooting for the bubble gum and string.
Well, did you know, although the Burj Khalifa holds many world records, permits issued is not one of them.
Oh.
So tallest building, highest occupied floor, and elevator with the longest travel distance
cow.
are all records the Dubai icon holds. Although I suppose also tallest building Tom Cruise was filmed climbing on might also qualify for a record.
Bum, dun, 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 dun.
Mission
We have-
Impossible.
We have to get that in there.
And as for option C,
Don't build anything.
please don't build anything using bubblegum or
Stay
string.
away
No,
from
no,
bubble
yes.
gum. Kurt, thank you. This has been fun.
Yeah.
Thank
it
you for
sure
coming on
has.
the podcast.
Yeah, well,
This
thanks
has
again
been
for
really
having
fun.
me. This has been great. Yeah.
Absolutely. And don't forget to visit brand new station
Yeah.
27 on Saturday. See Kurt's excellent permitting
in
action.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying.
Beautiful
Kurt.
building. It's a beautiful building.
Yeah.
And it's to code.
It's the code.
Very important.
And that does it for this week, my friends. You've been listening to This Week in Kirkland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Special thanks to Kate Ryan, Mike Connor, and Victor Durantes for their behind-the-scenes magic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our next episode is May 16th, the day after Community Appreciation
That's right.
Night. Until then, stay connected, Kirkland.